Alright, welcome back to another episode of Hamiora Brothers.
Sure.
Kia ora, everyone. Here we go.
Today we are going to be talking about biohacking, what it is, and yeah, it's about it.
Automatically, like hacking, I think you're hacking into the mainframe, the matrix, you're a coder, you're in the system.
You're a coder junkie, trying to take someone over.
Trying to manipulate and control the system.
Yeah.
A simple way to think about it is how do we try to go above and beyond recovering or benefiting our body. And there's simple ways we're already doing it we may not be aware of. People are trying to use things to speed up a process.
Or slow it down.
True. Yeah.
Slow the aging process.
Yeah.
Biohacking.
So I guess you could probably define it as that. Biohacking is essentially anything that is taking you beyond normal. So to be as optimal as possible, whether it be your health, your performance, or physical performance, mental performance, and a lot of people are trying to live forever.
Yeah, we are a biological organism.
Yeah.
Hacking every aspect of that to biohacking.
Yes.
Some real common, some common ones.
Faster, better, stronger.
Macho man,
Just like Macho Man. Faster, better, stronger.
So how do you do it?
I guess it doesn't need to be as difficult as what people will make it sound like. It can be super simple. It can be doing like what we always say, having a few supplements, a bit of vitamin D.
What does being Greenfield do?
He does extreme stuff, right?
I want to hear what
it's good. I mean, these are like, we're not really talking, in my opinion, when we're entering the unnecessary realms of biohacking, we're kind of leaving, in my opinion, general health behind, and we're trying to enter niche excess health.
Yeah.
Could we call it that?
There's a lot of things like trying to alter your genetics and like injecting yourself with all sorts of different hormones and stuff. But
Stuff, I suppose, like things that we know that we know are common. Primarily people using things like steroids to accelerate the process of muscular strength development, maybe performance. We're aware of this from very pronounced in the fields of athletics. Like we hear about it at the Olympics often, particularly in the strength sports, the power sports,
or the blood doping as well.
NFL, baseball, have had very public things around there. Many people try to biohack recovery. There's things like stem cell injections, a very new one. Emerging sciences surrounding that, and then we have the creatives biohacking, which people have been using for a lot longer than we may feel is honest or relevant, but through the use of mind-altering substances, psychedelics, even marijuana, to try to promote or intensify our ability to change a creative perspective or the way we're kind of interpreting, dissecting and engaging with the information and conceptual world around us. So we like doing those things.
Articulate, loving children and words.
Bro, just getting my spatula, bro, and just molding it around to make something.
Quite the Shakespearean.
I'm getting better with words as I get older, a little bit.
Pretty good words,
little bit, slowly.
Think about the future of technology and what that means for biohacking.
Yeah, true.
You start getting into nanotechnology, or like you create a cell that emulates the same process as hemoglobin, or something that can allow your mitochondria to replicate.
They're just creating like tiny little nanobots to go in and do the role of like your mitochondria or something in your cells.
Because you see technology slowly growing and becoming more conscious to the point where it's going to be a human, or it's going to be able to interact with you. What if we do the same? What if we slowly merge with technology and transcend? And we
That's Elon Musk. What's it called?
Neuralink.
Yeah. Real ethical dilemmas going on there, obviously. There will be non-verbal communication at that aspect, which is both genius, yet kind of destroys the purity of the human experience. We can now just
we outline.
We are
probably the most complex thing to convey understanding is communication, and we spend a lifetime improving that mechanism via words, tone, timing. When we have something like Neuralink, there will be the instant transmission of thought to interpretation. And can that be messed with, maybe?
Upload of any piece of research or knowledge you need at a particular point.
I think it's going to be incredibly crazy, again, assuming they get it right and it gets done well. But miscommunication is not really, it's going to really, I'm interested to see how that functions. Will we just understand things between individuals very cohesively? What's the extent to which, to what extent can that be had in terms of the people who are responsible for managing the software? What about when dependency on these robotic or electronic systems starts failing? Does that destroy our capacity to communicate, function? What about people who want to exist in a human way? It's going to dehumanize us. Are we as simple as a series of hormonal responses and interpretations? Yeah, sure, we are. That's also, kind of part of life. Is it an ascending kind of position, maybe as well,
Don't really know what improvement is.
Yeah, I agree. It's a moral dilemma. Yeah.
And at what point?
Is that a hack too far?
Yeah. It's not bio anymore.
No.
If you start bringing more
cyborgs.
Yeah, exactly.
We are cyborgs.
Yeah.
100%.
I guess we already are cyborgs with our cell phones.
Biocentennial man.
The biocentennial man.
Yeah. Is the phone responsible for our distance?
Yeah.
We act like antisocial information cyborgs via our phone. Is it become part of our daily function? Yes and no. Become part of our communication function.
We're officially building a world for machines with computers,
Running
drones, and vehicles that can drive themselves.
Yeah.
We're not living with the trees and the nature. We're not living with it.
The best argument I've communicated with in terms of what is the value of that? What do most people spend their time doing on the internet?
Scrolling, watching UFC fights,
garbage,
bullshit,
looking at shit, filling their brain with more shit, making them dumber.
When you're doing it, and you're doing it, but you keep doing it, it's like,
okay, so
I'm gonna stop in 3, 2, 1.
Let's say we're watching.
keep going.
So here's an analogy.
One more hour.
We're watching TV.
You gotta get up
TV.
TV.
Okay, so we're watching TV, which is our form of pacified entertainment. TV has intermittent ads, features, or changes. There's no difference between that and scrolling mundane, unnecessary crap on there.
Yeah.
And what are people going to do once, let's say Neuralink is sustainable? Let's look at what disparity. The few people who do use it as an effective tool are going to learn untold amounts of information. There may be a transcendent kind of point there. But the vast majority are just going to exist within their mind of garbage. And I think there's going to be an amplification.
Pacify is a good word for that. You're going to pacify.
The external world is going to stop existing, and the internal dialogue of garbage is going to amplify.
The ability to think laterally.
I struggle to. Also, the removal of having to use thought and feeling from our processes. We're just going to exist in some sort of information stream. We're just going to become a part of the information stream. We're going to stop the things that make us, whatever way you're inclined, greater philosophical feeling or entities.
Because
the most interesting and beautiful parts of us.
The things that are already accessible by the general public, like continuous glucose monitoring, you get that little applicator and read your. It's not your blood sugar. It's like your interstitial fluid, blood sugar reading. It's the closest thing we've got so far. Like you're getting biometric data, and soon enough we're going to be able to alter that with technology as well.
Yeah.
Not just nutrition, even though we should probably stick to the natural.
We can feel a lot of this, but it'll just become so unintuitive that now we can't pick up on all the signs.
Yeah.
We need bits of tech to tell us exactly what's going on. Where's my blood sugar at?
We should be
Where
trusting
I
the
can do
instincts and the intuitive.
Yeah.
We've
Telling you how
Power,
good you
right.
slept and relying on technology.
Wow. What are some other more interesting forms of like biohacking? I know the most controversial on the cusp of things like, you can debate that vaccination is a biohack, using methods to try and protect ourselves from disease, some less effective than others. We could also debate, and a real interesting emerging one is that CRISPR one. I don't know a great deal about it, but genetic editing, which is probably going on in places already. What is it doing in terms of that's that more changing stuff about it as opposed to maybe accelerating or slowing of processes?
You can get your own genome mapped. You can understand what genes you have and what ones you would want to be expressed and or down regulated. And then people are starting to be able to select that for their child. Biohack.
Designer
babies.
Designer babies, yeah.
It can be like a 6'6" point guard. It's fast.
I want one of these.
I think we're a fair way away from that being a general thing. And then again, where do the ethics lie when we start? Again, the human experience is to have our segments of our society have variations, flaws or benefits, however they come out.
Maybe it's what people think is being human, having the flaws and variation.
There is discussion, like in it, I think it's a tragedy for us to, and I know it's challenging on parents, humans, and things of that nature. But where do our ethics lie with respect to removing risk of disease or even disability?
That's the argument, right?
We're not allowing those stories and then to be part of the human story anymore. Those stories are an important part of what it is to be human. The beautiful stories of resilience, what that does in terms of making us understand people with challenges in society. Instead, we want to just get rid of them and move towards the ideological beast. And I think that is also a very selfish kind of outlook for society, the utopian ideal.
We're trying to find that line. How can we best make equal opportunities for as many people as we can without taking away the individuality and the power?
And I can't claim to have any great suffering, right? I was asthmatic. There's some significant utility in living with that and growing through that. You've had spinal disorder, Fraser. There's some utility in having to figure that out. What else would have brought you to do what you are doing now? That was probably quite significant.
Yeah.
Oh, should have, bro.
Absolutely.
It's a projector physics.
Next door, brother. Just up the stairwell. Yeah, next door. Next door, just up the stairwell. This way here. Yeah.
You do need a bit of a push to
And also, this is somewhat like minor / solved. But you don't become who you are without some sort of resilience or story.
Yeah.
That's what you always want to learn when you meet someone new. It's like, what's your story? How
It's
have you
life.
come to this point?
Let's ask them, let's assume a utopian ideal. You're fit.
Perfect world.
You're fit. No, you're fit. You're strong. You are deemed by society as attractive. You have all the opportunities, money, the quintessential family. Will there still be want? Will there still be insecurity? Will there still be unfulfilled aspects of your life? Yeah, there will be. So for us to like mar the change of like how we come into this world, the experiences we have as providing greater meaning or interest in the life and the experience is just not true. Yeah. So
But here you start talking about
what's that?
consciousness and the evolution of which.
This is just like the core of everything.
So from a life satisfaction point, can biohacking enhance? Yeah. But you know, like
It's a massive spectrum.
there's going to be something. There's also going to be
Biology, nutrition,
very interesting. Correct.
the simple things that we discuss all the time. We could go.
What about, can you biohack? Can you biohack the deepest parts of you? Maybe not. Yeah.
Hyaluronic acid within the deep core. I think that could be.
Yeah.
I
The key
hypothesize it's going to be
to
an important integral aspect of creating a stronger, more neurally innovated deep core, the mainframe of the human organism.
The next
Hyaluronic
biohacking
acid.
technique you reckon?
Yeah, it's like wetware on X machine then, as opposed to having like, you know, well, that's the thing that artificial intelligence is going to struggle with. You know, we're not computer chips. We are so fluid and rheologically dependent on our biology. So, you know, you can create the wetware or the technology that can mold and adapt like the synapses of the brain and the neurons. That's some buzzy artificial intelligence.
Yes, you're going to start replacing more and more of your
Yeah.
biological body with, I don't know, silicon or something.
Yeah.
Until you're mostly,
Something that emulates collagen. And
you're going to get into that ethical conundrum again. Like, are you human or are you now AI, but replicated human mind?
Well, I'd probably go up to 49%. But
49. I'm just going to hold on to that.
I'll keep the 51.
yeah.
Still got my soul and my consciousness, but good knees.
My knees though.
Oh, it's good. Yeah. All right. Sure.